Right, hello everybody. Apologies there for the delay. As you know, it takes a while to set some things up in the background. As my microphone, or not my microphone, my bloody, what's it called? My phone decides to be louder than I expected it to be. Just getting my live chat up, and it looks like we are officially ready to go. Oh god, my laptop is after shitting the bed here now. Right, let me reset that, but it's grand because I have the live chat up on my phone, so that's all that matters. And we are here. Welcome everybody to the first episode of the FC25 Dream Team. So, why is this a dream team, some of you might be asking? As I explained in the preview episode, we did 3 career modes on FC25, 3 main series that is. Those being with Celtic, Manchester United and Club de Foot Monreal. 3 series I'm very, very proud of. 3 series I had so much fun with. And I thought, what a nice way to wrap up, the game this year by making a hybrid team of the 3 clubs that we used and trying to see what we can win with them. So we're going to be doing 3 seasons at most. This first season here, we are in the Premier League. We haven't started any European football, or we're not in any European football yet, I should say. But we are in the Premier League. We're going to give it a mighty go. And the goal is to win not just the treble, but the quadruple. So if you just excuse me now a second. My live chat is finally up. Hello, JJ. How are we? My laptop literally just had a bloody seizure, which is why I'm having to get the chat up on my phone. But I'd rather have it on the laptop as well. So once that's up and running, we will get started. And as JJ says here, of course, not just a dream team with the squad, but we are using the mighty Oxford United, who we ended up doing a career mode with in FC24. And we're going to try and right the wrong of that career mode, because despite the fact that we had a lot of decent success in that career mode, we never won the Champions League. So now it's time to make up for it. But look at this team. Sami Zayn between the sticks. 79 rated at the moment, but as some of you may remember, he got to a 95 rating in the Montreal career mode. Alistair Johnston, Mr. Reliable at right back. What a player he was in the Celtic series. Phil Brooks, of course, was the captain of that series. Lifted an invisible Champions League trophy. I mean, it's only fitting that a guy whose career is synonymous with John Cena lifted a trophy that nobody could see. So there you go. Lisandro Martinez, who we actually also signed in the Oxford career mode. He was fantastic in the Manchester United career mode as well, as was Theo Hernandez. A player we didn't use for overly long in that series, but definitely was my favourite left back to use in that career mode. Cook Chu was absolutely brilliant in the Celtic series as well. One of my favourite players in any series that we've done. Hulman was the Danish Michael Carrick, as we called him, in the United series. GSP got to a 96 rating in the Montreal career mode. His performance was excellent. If you know, you know. Cole Palmer, of course, one of the coldest players out there. He scored the 2 winning goals, or the 2 goals, I should say, in the Champions League final in the United career mode. Adam Ida, a very, very good player in the Celtic series. Dazen Maeda, very fun player to use in both the Celtic and Manchester United career modes. And then we go onto the bench and we have a good mix of backup players who also made an impact. Especially this man right here, Esteban Lapaul. As I said in the preview episode, he is a contender for the Straight Outta Cloyne Hall of Fame whenever we start that one up. So once again, lads, I'm just setting up my laptop here. I do apologise. This laptop I have is on the way out. Let me just say that. I am in desperate need of a new one. But whilst that's booting up, I'll just show you what the plan is as well for this stream. Bloody hell, lads, it's extremely warm in this room. It's very hot here in Ireland. I know it's quite hot over in the UK as well, so that's why it took me a little bit longer to get going. I really needed to cool myself down. But let me just restore these pages here and hope that this thing doesn't shit the bed. We are going to play the first few Premier League games here against Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. We'll sim the game in the League Cup against Salford. Brentford, I might play the highlights of, but I definitely want to play this game here against Manchester United. And we might leave it there. We'll wait and see how things go. The only reason tonight's not going to be the longest stream in the world is because, as I say, it is absolutely baking in this room at the moment. Yeah, no, my laptop is after completely shitting the bed here. Right, that's fine. We'll just use the phone for the live chat. It's all good. Right. Here we go. JJ says, thankfully now where I am it's so windy. At work it was disgusting. Bloody hell. Honestly, JJ, I'd kill for a bit of wind here. That sounds kind of wrong. That sounds like I'd kill for wind to pass through me. That's not obviously how I meant it. Yeah, it's bloody roasting here. I think it's hotter in Ireland now at the moment than it is in Lisbon. Or at least it was today. We were, to be fair, we had been given the warning about the heat wave that was coming. So it's not that it was a shock, but still, I'm not built for this heat. I don't think many Irish people are built for this weather, which is very evident today, shall we say. But something else... Actually, no, will I leave it for the first home game? I was going to reveal something. I'll reveal it in the first home game. I think that makes sense. Just to show you as well why we're not signing any players this year. Yeah, 3 million we have in the budget. The initial budget was 1.8 million. We played a pre-season tournament which we ended up winning, but only 3 million. And of course, in this series, we can only sign players who we used in either FC25, and I'll allow FC24, but I'm going to mainly focus on FC25. But FC24 is like the emergency glass option. I'll tell you what. I'll allow myself one signing per season from FC24, which, to be honest, would only be Oxford players, so we wouldn't have a huge variety of players to pick from, but that's, I think, how I'll work this out. We do have Tyler Goodrum on the bench, Conor Brannigan and Elliot Moore in the reserves as well, so we do have quite a few Oxford players there, so that's what we will do. But anyways, we have this first game here against Newcastle United, something I actually haven't checked. How does Oxford's away kit look this year? That's quite clean, to be fair. We're not going to wear it in this game because it will clash a little bit. But still, Newcastle United there in their black and white kit up against the yellow kit of Oxford. Here we go, lads. It's the first game of this Dream Team stream. And let's see if we can get 3 points here at St. James Park. I'm really excited to use this team and to use a lot of these players again. The 3 Easter egg players I had to recreate because the game loves to delete the players once the squads update, which is very annoying. But let's see how we get on. There's Phil Brooks, the captain of this team. Again, I was kind of torn for the captaincy. It was between Phil Brooks and GSP, but I just thought with Phil Brooks, he was the first captain, so I just thought it would make sense that he's the last captain. This is what I'll say. GSP is the vice captain. If there's ever a game where Phil Brooks is missing, then GSP will wear that captain's armband. But here we go. The players come out onto the pitch. They've got Dubravka in goal. No Nick Pope today, for whatever reason. But let's skip the pleasantries. I just want to get into it. Oh, it's so great to be using Oxford United again. And what a squad they have at the moment. A mixture of some of our best players we've used in the game this year. And let's see what they can do all together now. Here's Cole Palmer. The man who got the 2 goals in the Champions League final, as I say, in the United career mode to win the treble. Can he be a quadruple winner in this career mode? Alistair Johnston over to Hillman. Of course, at Celtic, we just missed out on a treble. Our final season, we did win the league in the Champions League, but did lose the Scottish Cup final to Aberdeen, which actually ended up happening in real life, so we're like the Simpsons, we predicted it. And we're currently wearing yellow, which is fitting. After mentioning The Simpsons, yeah, that sounded more clever in my head. But anyways, whatever. Here's Dazen Maeda, arguably my favourite player to use this year. Oh, and I was going to say, what a fitting player it would be to score the opening goal in this Oxford United career mode. Or this FC25 Dream Team career mode / Oxford. The only reason I'm trying not to call it the Oxford career mode is because I do want to do another Oxford career mode in the traditional sense. That will definitely happen down the line. I actually have a deal with JJ in the chat. Let me just defend this free kick. I actually do have a deal with JJ in the chat. If Oxford do get promoted to the Premier League, then we automatically are doing an Oxford career mode. But I definitely want to do Oxford again at some stage. I don't want to do any team in back-to-back years. I know I've made that kind of clear on the channel a few times. As I say, for this career mode, I'm not counting it because it's, you know, it's not the actual Oxford United team. But in terms of a main series, I don't like to do the same team in back-to-back years on the channel. But we have 3 very exciting teams coming up for FC26, lads. I really cannot wait for it. I really can't. Oh, here's Isak now. Oh, it's Gordon, who we also did use. Oh, in the Celtic career mode. He very nearly scored against us here. Oh, and it's a good block. by Lissandro Martinez. We still can't get rid of it. Isak thankfully puts it wide. Hoping it's this season, an automatic promotion. A fan can dream. JJ, you never know, man. You never know. Football is a strange old game. It's a very strange game, football. I mean, Luton Town are in the Premier League in 2024. They're going to be playing in League One this season. You know, things can happen very quickly. That's what I'll say. Oxford were only playing League One football in 2024 before getting promoted to the Championship. Could they be playing Premier League football in the next year or so? You never know. You never know. But in this series, we are in the Premier League. Oh, God, it's been a tough game so far, though, against Newcastle. There's Hall into Anthony Gordon. Another man who scored in a Champions League final in this series. That was for Celtic. Again, he was another player I was tempted to use, but I wanted to save certain players for down the line in this career mode. I didn't want to just have all of my favourite players from the get-go. I think we came up with a nice balanced team to start things out here. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, Kokchu. Get in there! What a start! The man who is absolutely fantastic in the Celtic series is the man to open up the scoring here in this Dream Team series. Joe Turl celebrates on the bench there. Look at the players we have on the bench. They may not all be the highest overall, but we know the quality they have. But Kokchu, who scored so many important goals in our first series this year, has scored a big goal here. And despite absorbing a lot of pressure there in the last few minutes, we are the team to take the lead. Get in there. I'm predicting a tougher test to stay up this season than last. Birmingham and Wrexham have cash to spend. I'm really intrigued actually to see how Birmingham and Wrexham will do in the Championship this season. I was going to say this is controversial. I don't think it's controversial, but I don't know if many people will share the same sentiment. I could see Birmingham not getting promoted, but fighting for promotion more than I can see Wrexham doing it. I do think that Wrexham will have a tough season. I don't think they'll get relegated or anything, but I do think they will find the Championship considerably tougher than League One and League Two. They've spent a lot of money, I do know that, but you have to remember Birmingham are only in the Championship relatively recently. You know, Wrexham have obviously had the 3 promotions in a row, and it's been, you know, very good to watch, but I do think they'll find it tough. Yeah, JJ, I just think Birmingham have players who have experience playing in those higher divisions. Wrexham do as well, but I just think as a club, it's going to be a little bit of a shock to the system for them. They won't get relegated, but I'm not expecting them to fight for promotion as much as I am Birmingham. I could see Birmingham finishing in a playoff place, and obviously in the playoffs, it is a bit like picking a name out of a hat. I feel like anybody could do it. Oh, here comes Alexander Isak now, right at the end of the half. Great tackle by Phil Brooks. I think that's going to be half time. Yes, it is. 1-0 up here. Gotten off to a good start. We are 1-0 up. We haven't conceded as of yet, which is good to see. I'm going to try this laptop one more time. It really is annoying me. I do apologise, lads. But anyways, we are 1-0 up here, as I say. Just to give you a reminder of the bench as well, these are some of the options we have. I feel like we will make some changes in a bit. Not right now, but we will bring on some of these players. And it's going to be very interesting to see when we come up against United, how they actually get on, considering we've taken a couple of players from them. I have kept the first transfer window on. I haven't turned it off, because I wanted the other teams to still improve. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. And we are playing United in this episode, so should be interesting. That's a good interception there by George St. Pierre. Had a bit of a quiet first half. Into Adamida. Adamida, the Corkman. Oh, I was going to say he's left the ball behind him. He was just offside. So unlucky. GSP with the ball through. He's literally narrowly offside. His bloody toenail was offside. So unlucky from the Irish striker. Of course, Celtic did play in Cork a few days ago and got a 2-1 win over Cork City. Looked like a great day out. I was gutted I couldn't be there. It was a beautiful day to be in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, but unfortunately I wasn't able to make it, but it was a great occasion. They raised a lot of money for charity as well. So, yeah, I was very happy to see that it was a successful occasion. Hopefully, they might play another friendly in Cork a few years down the line. But here's Hulman now. Going on a good run. Oh, looking for Adamida. Couldn't find him. And Newcastle get it back. Oh, I tell you what, lads, the heat is really starting to get to me now. It is very warm in this room. Oh, and they get the equaliser. They get the equaliser here. It's 1-1. Alexander Isak. Nearly called him Alexander Usyk earlier on for some reason. Of course, he is fighting next week, so maybe he's just present on my mind. I can't bloody believe this. Oh, my God. Right, let me try and get my laptop working whilst they show the replay of that goal. Well, listen, they had a few decent chances in the first half. We did well to keep them out. That's a beautiful goalkeeper jersey as well, by the way. I've only just noticed that now. Right, let's hope this thing doesn't shit the bed here. Just like we have defensively. Okay, I'm just going to leave that load in the background. But here we go. 1-1 here at St. James's Park. Listen, I think we've held our own so far. They're a much more established team than we are. So we can't get too ahead of ourselves, but they are back on level terms. But we look to get on the attack here straight away. Dazen Maeda. Oh, good save. Really, really good save there. I was going to say by Nick Pope. It's Dubravka in goal, though, isn't it? The former Manchester United player. He was loaned in for a very brief period of time. Had 2 games in the League Cup and didn't exactly look impressive in either of them. Against Villa and Burnley, even though United did win both games. But he definitely looked like he was feeling the pressure at Old Trafford. But he has been a good goalkeeper for the Toon Army, who, of course, won the League Cup in this season in real life. Going to be very intrigued to see how Newcastle get on in the Champions League this season. Right, I kind of want to make a change or two. You know what? I'm going to bring on Kone. Hulman not had his best game, so we'll bring on Kone. I'm going to bring on Christensen as well. And you know what? Esteban Lepal, he's going to make way too. We are going to give him an appearance here in the Premier League. Let's see if he can get a debut goal. Right, Newcastle take this throw in. Good tackle there by the butcher, Lisandro Martinez. Oh, good flick back though, Isak. Oh, he's done Phil Brooks there. Bloody hell, Sami Zayn makes one of the strangest saves you'll ever see. But thankfully, stops the ball from going in the back of the net. Eddie Howe there, going over some instructions with Kieran Trippier, who thankfully is not going to be taking this corner. He's got a hell of a cross on him. Gordon whips it in. Here's Murphy, the brother of former Oxford player. Oh, Murphy, who got the 2 goals in the playoff game last year. GSP on the run here. Oh, he's avoided the tackle brilliantly. George St. Pierre. Oh, magnifique. The captain of the Montreal series now does it in Oxford United yellow. And we are 2-1 up here. It was a great run. He avoided the tackle absolutely superbly. And we have taken the lead here yet again in this game. Absolutely fantastic. What a time for my live chat to disappear. There we go, it's back. Doesn't happen as often on my phone, thankfully, but still. Beautiful finish from the French Canadian. There's about 15 minutes to go. Are we going to be able to hold on here? Oh, 20 minutes to go, I should say. Let's try and stop Newcastle from getting on an attack straight away. Really good interception there. The kit numbers I've tried to replicate as much as I could too. There's a couple of exceptions, like Kone wore number 16, I think it was, in the Montreal series. Excuse me, he's wearing number 17 here. But overall, I've tried to replicate the numbers as much as I could. Oh, GSP looking for Esteban Lepal. The 2 men who linked up so many times in our last series in FC25. I still can't quite believe that the 3 series have come to an end, lads. It was a really, really special time here on the channel. So thank you all so much for the support. Appreciate it more than you'll ever know. And I'm very much looking forward to FC26. Which is only around the corner. And we could be around the corner from getting 3 points here. Brilliant ball. Esteban Laupal on his Premier League debut, picking up from where he left off in the Montreal series. 3-1 here to Oxford United. Game, set and match. Surely that's all over. Newcastle gave us quite the test, but we have dispatched of them. A great ball over the top and a beautiful finish from the Frenchman. Of course, in the Montreal series, we were only allowed to sign players from French-speaking countries. Esteban Laupal was one of our first signings. We got him in Season 1. He stayed till the very end. And now he's bringing that form over to this series. Right, I want to make a couple of changes here. You know what? I'm bringing on Tyler Goodrum. Why not? The only real-life Oxford player in this team at the moment. We've only got one other sub we can use. Who will I bring on? Kind of want to bring on LaMarshall. Yeah, I will actually. Let's put GSP back into centre mid. We'll take off the first goal scorer, just to get some fresh legs on. And see out this game for the final few minutes. We have gone with the slightly more attacking formation as well this time than we did in the 3 previous series. We obviously played a 3 at the back in the Montreal series, which was interesting. I did eventually get used to it, but it was a bit of a grind for the first few months of that series. As that ball thankfully goes wide. But yeah, it was a little bit of a grind in that series getting used to that formation. We played a 4-2-3-1, I should say, in the United series, and a 4-3-3 in the Celtic series, but without a cam. So I said we go with something a little bit different in this career mode. And so far it's working out pretty good. Can we get a fourth though? Can we really rub salt in the wound here? Here's Laupal. Oh, Tyler Goodrum. Come on. The real-life Oxford United player does score in this game, and it is 4-1. Oh, you love to see it. We bring him off the bench. He gets his goal, and that's 3 points now completely secured. And technically as well, Tyler Goodrum did count for this series, because in the Celtic save, we also did an international career mode with Ireland as part of the same save. So he technically would have counted anyway. And he's come off the bench here, scored on his Premier League debut. You love to see it. Newcastle 1, Oxford United 4. I tell you what, the scoreline does not reflect the full game. I will have to admit that. But still, I'll gladly take the 3 points. It would have been nice to get a clean sheet, but listen, the 3 points was the most important thing. And we've gotten off to a fantastic start. I'm really intrigued to see how we go this season. Here's Joelinton. Oh, good tackle by Martinez. Anthony Gordon. Get rid of that. That will surely be that. Yes, it is. 4-1 win. Fantastic performance here from our dream team. They played like a dream team today. And it's the best possible start to this series. Right. The first away game is over. And we get off to the perfect start. As you can probably tell, lads, my bloody phone now is acting up. The YouTube app just crashed on me. There we go, we're back in. Right. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do the post-match interview. Right, let's just try and keep the morale up as much as we can. Yeah, just say all the nice things to make these players feel good about themselves. They should feel good about themselves anyway. We've just had a very good performance against one of the better teams in the Premier League. And that means we are currently top. It may only be after one game, but I don't care. I'm still going to enjoy looking at that. Oxford United Premier League table leaders. Long may that last. Alright, let's get rid of some of these emails. We've got 3 player roles that have been updated. So Sami Zayn has gone up to an 80 already. You love to see that. Who else? Kukçu is up to an 82. And Esteban Laupal is nearly at a 73. Lovely stuff. Tempted to start Esteban Laupal in this game against Nottingham Forest, which is our first home game of the series. So, oh, we've actually got a notification as well from Esteban Laupal. That's not what I bloody meant. No, I don't want to quit. Bloody hell. Esteban Laupal has said he's been in pretty good form lately, and he hopes that means he won't be on the bench for the game against Nottingham Forest. It's like he read my bloody mind. Yeah, we are going to start Esteban Lappal. I think that's going to happen quite a lot this season, rotating between Lappal and Adamida. But as you can see there in the top left-hand corner, we are going to be playing at the JJ Arena. We've moved from the Kassam over to the JJ Arena, a bigger stadium for a better team. I thought it made sense. Lappal can start this game. I think I'll leave the rest of the bench the way it is. In that Salford game, I will change things up ever so slightly. Because not that I don't want to win the League Cup this season. Of course, with Oxford, they famously won the League Cup back in '86. We were able to replicate that in our series with the Yellows. So it's not that I don't want to win it, but this season, for me, it's all about having a good season in the Premier League. So that's the team we're going to go with. Let's get into it. It's going to be a nice sunny day in Oxford, just like it is here in Cork at the moment. Although thankfully the temperature is starting to go down a bit. Let me just... I'm going to turn off my light here. Just give me a second there, guys. Ugh. There we go. Bloody hell, I think the light was actually making it quite warm in this room as well. But here we go. The same building that we used in FC24 for this Oxford United stadium. But that was still called the Kassam. We've called this one the JJ Arena. Of course, JJ was the manager in that series. And of course, he is an Oxford United fan. So we're paying homage to a legend of the channel here. Do you know what? Do you know something that would be really cool? Imagine if you could create a statue for one of your players. Especially in like Road to Glory series. Like Esteban Lappal, for example. Or GSP in the Montreal series. Like they instantly became legends at the club because of that series. And imagine in the game you could like have a statue made of them outside the stadium. That would be pretty cool. Or even of the manager, you know? It's stuff like that I really wish they would implement into the game. As Phil Brooks wears that captain's armband. The players shake hands. As you can tell, lads, I'm giving this laptop one more go. And then we'll see. There we go. Bloody hell. It's just so much easier to read the live chat off my phone than it is... sorry, off the laptop than it is on my phone. So there we go. That's finally working at last. Right, here we go. Let's get into it. Oxford United playing their first home game in the Premier League. And it's against Nottingham Forest, who are a team that I'm not very happy with at the moment after the whole Crystal Palace situation. I know it's not entirely Nottingham Forest's fault, but they did kick up quite a fuss about Palace being in the Europa League with that multi-club ownership. Even though Palace don't necessarily have multi-club ownership, it was a technicality that stopped them from being in the Europa League. I think it's a bloody disgrace. So I kind of want to beat Forest here. But I would have wanted to beat them anyway, but you get what I mean. I want to beat them even more now. Here's Maeda, who's going to be the first player to score at home in this series. Oh, is it going to be Hernandez closing down the keeper? Not just yet. Phil Brooks wins the header over to GSP. And now Hernandez. Esteban Lappal. Oh, lovely. Oh, it could be Hernandez. After all that, no, he decides to square it for Cole Palmer. A very, very similar goal to what he got in the Champions League final against Real Madrid a few months ago in the United series. But now he's scored in an Oxford United shirt. And we are 1-0 up. Beautiful ball. Or beautiful run, I should say, from Theo Hernandez. I was tempted to have the shot with him, but when I saw Cole Palmer in that amount of space, I felt like I had to play it into him. He's off the mark now in this series. As are we in our new stadium. Nottingham Forest will get things kicked off here. 1-0 up though after 10 minutes. You'll love to see it. Yeah, my laptop has shit the bed again. Right, I've given up on it. It's been happening the last few days, lads. I've just given up on it. Whatever. Oh my god, I tell you what, my defence has given up as well. Chris Wood straight away equalises for Nottingham Forest. Well, that's my fault. I took my eye off the game for a second. I was trying to focus on two things at once. Gibbs White with the ball in, the man who's joined Tottenham in real life, into Chris Wood, who just had a fantastic season, and he has scored a fantastic goal there. The first clean sheet of the series will have to wait. And it is 1-1 here again. Right. All my focus is going on the game now. Here's Hernandez. Oh, and he's lost it. Anderson now. Over to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, no. Oh, I don't bloody believe it! Oh, my God! Oh, well, the bloody temperament from the Montreal series seems to have carried over to this one. Phil Brooks has been sent off. Oh, that's so harsh. He was the last man back, which is why the game has given him a red card. We're down to 10 men. Not even 20 minutes played. Oh, that is absolutely dreadful. Oh, and Chris Wood nearly gave Nottingham Forest the lead. And we are going to be forced into an early change. What does Hulman get as a centre-back? He only gets a -1. Okay, for now... Oh, my God. For now, I'm just going to do this. That is so bloody frustrating. Not even 20 minutes into the first game. And we get a red card. I'm back. Honoured to have a stadium named after me. Not JJ. It's been a pleasure having you on the channel, my man. It was the least I could do. I'm just bloody sad that the first game in this stadium sees our captain get bloody sent off. Oh, never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. 1-1 here. Not even 20 minutes in. And we're already down to 10 men. Who would have thought it? Right. We can't let it deter us too much, though. Where the hell is Hulman? There he is. GSP has to drop back into centre midfield. And Hulman will go centre back. Let's hope that doesn't affect us too much. Excuse me, bloody hell, I just burped right into the microphone. Esteban Lepal. Didn't turn the way I hoped he would. Oh, what a bit of play that was by Gibbs White. Hulman doing really well to intercept, though. Yeah, it is a little bit funny, to be fair. Oh, as soon as the ref blew the whistle, I knew that that was going to be a foul. Or, sorry, I knew that was going to be a red card, I should say. Oh, good ball. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, great save by Sami Zayn. Absolutely excellent save from the Canadian. Lissandro Martinez now over to Cole Palmer. Here's Lepal. GSP. Oh, what am I doing? I think the nerves are getting to us a little bit here. Are they going to whip this ball in? I keep nearly saying Palace. Forest, I mean. Good block. But it's out to Gibbs White. Oh, Chris Wood, I don't bloody believe it. Good save again by Sami Zayn. Absolutely fantastic. I will read that chat in just a second. Let me just finish this attack first. Beautiful ball. Excellent ball. Esteban Lepal. Oh, he's been dragged a little bit too far wide. And he just puts the ball beyond the goalkeeper. Unlucky. The Palace situation is UEFA able to bully non-super clubs, if you call them. United was allowed to be in the Europa League this past season. Yeah, we had a similar situation with Nice. But I remember when that situation was brought up, I knew United would be fine. I wasn't worried for 1 second that we wouldn't be playing in the Europa League. Although, you know, I'm kind of half wishing we hadn't now. But, yeah, with Palace, honestly, I thought they'd be fine. I really did think Palace would be fine. The only kind of silver lining for them, and I'm not sticking up for UEFA here, I'm just trying to, you know, get some sort of positive for Crystal Palace, is that Palace will probably end up being the favourites for the Conference League now. They really will. I don't want to give away too much here, but I have, you know, wrote down my predictions for this upcoming season, and I will be making a video about that, which I will release the same weekend as the Community Shield. And let's just say my Conference League winner prediction isn't Crystal Palace, but I will still acknowledge that Palace would be the favourites in that tournament, you know? So that is a bit of a silver lining, but still, they earned the right to be in the Europa League by winning a trophy. They shouldn't, you know, they shouldn't have been demoted. It's a bit of a disgrace. Here's Cole Palmer, right at the keeper. If Palace win it, that's justice. Absolutely, but I do think with Crystal Palace, the thought of playing in the Europa League, especially this type of Europa League where we saw two of the worst Premier League teams run through the Europa League last season. And I think Villa and Palace would have looked at that situation and gone, we are really, we really are far and above a lot of the teams in this competition. So I think that will be something they'll be disappointed about as well. I do still think the Europa League is tougher than the Conference League, of course, but I think the Conference League in particular, or sorry, the Europa League in particular is obviously appealing because you win it and you're in the Champions League. And another reason I really wanted Palace to be in the Europa League is I would have been very interested to see Ian Wright talking about Palace in, let's say, a Europa League final if they're not having a great season in the league. I wonder what his mentality would be then on the Europa League winners qualifying for the Champions League when it's Crystal Palace. Would he have the same disgust he had when it was United and Tottenham? I highly doubt it. Oh, Maeda, round the keeper. But yeah, listen, as I was saying, Crystal Palace, it is a disgrace. And yeah, I know they can appeal it. So part of me wonders, is it even worth it? I think another shit thing about the Conference League as well, though, is that you have to qualify for it. You have to go through the playoffs for it. It's the only European competition where no team automatically qualifies for the league phase. Everybody has to go through the playoff rounds, which that would irritate me, to be fair. Oh, here's Chris Wood. Oh, good save again by Sami Zayn. He's having a fantastic performance. We had quite a few decent goalkeepers to choose from for this series, but I'm glad we went with the one that we have. Oh, it's a goal kick as well. He'd probably say this with the fans and how Palace deserve it, and I'm happy for them. Exactly. And listen, I love Ian Wright. I just want to make that clear. But it just seemed rather convenient, the likes of Ian Wright and Arsene Wenger and almost anybody associated with the red half of North London was saying that the Europa League winners shouldn't be qualifying for the Champions League when it was United and Tottenham. Yes, both teams had very bad Premier League seasons, but it's almost like the Europa League isn't the Premier League. Same way winning the FA Cup gets you into Europe even if you don't have a great season in the league. Wigan literally got relegated and qualified for Europe, as did Birmingham when they won the League Cup. Do you know? So that's why I would be very intrigued to see what he would say. Oh, God, okay, we're not really looking like we're going to get this winner anytime soon in this game. Not been the most exciting game either. And apologies, lads, if the energy seems a bit low. Honestly, I probably should have taken into account how warm it was going to be today before deciding to stream. Genuinely, as that shot goes wide. Right, we are going to make some changes, though. Maeda, after missing that chance, I feel like he will have to come off. Laporte hasn't really been as good today. We'll bring on Adamida. And I think I'll bring on Christensen again. No, actually, I'll leave Hernandez on. I'm going to bring on Lenny Yoro. Kind of want to have a proper centre-back there. Not that Heuman's done anything wrong, per se. I just feel like the squad will feel a bit more balanced. And it's just nice to give certain players an appearance who haven't played yet as well. Change things up a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing my season predictions. I don't necessarily have any shocks, per se, on there. But I'm looking forward to explaining why I think certain teams are going to win certain competitions. I'm not going to do a big, what's it called? I'm not going to predict where every team is going to finish in the Premier League. I just cannot. I'll be honest, lads. I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed explaining why I think a team is going to come 9th. I really can't. Or 15th, just like United did last year. But I probably will predict who I think will finish in the European places and who I think will get relegated. But I'm not going to do the whole Premier League table. No offence to those who do. I've got 10 minutes to go here, though. Palmer in again. And Palmer scores. Get in there. 2-1 up. Cole Palmer with both goals. It's the Champions League final all over again. You love to see it. And we have the lead here against Nottingham Forest. Forest seem to be kicking up a fuss with everything this summer. Palace and a release clause. Yeah, their owner. Listen, he's done a fantastic job with them. He really has. And Forest have been a very fun team to watch. And listen, I think they're bitterness comes from the fact that they were comfortably in the top 4 for a huge chunk of the end of last season, and they managed to end up, you know, messing it up. So I think that's where a lot of their frustration is going to come from. But still, it is annoying to see them, you know, be acting like little bitches, to be quite honest with you. We'll make a couple of more changes here just to freshen things up with a few minutes to go. I'll probably make a full table comments in the full table in the comments section. I'll be very intrigued to read that. And I will encourage anybody who watches that video to let me know about their predictions as well. There's only one trophy. I won't reveal which one yet, but there's only one trophy I still haven't fully locked in who I think is going to win. Everything else I pretty much have set in stone at the moment. There's just one I kind of want to... I feel like I still need to wait and see how the rest of the transfer window goes before I make a permanent decision on who I think is going to win said tournament. But I will, of course, reveal that in the video itself, which, as I say, I'll probably put up, I think, the day before the Community Shield. I think that's when I'll put up that video. And then not too long after that, I'll have my video revealing the 3 teams that we'll be doing in FC26. Very much looking forward to that. That's a good ball in. Can Palmer win the header? Of course he can't, because this is FC25. I'm telling you now, lads, get ready for OP heading in FC26. That's the thing with heading in this game. It's either completely overpowered or it's completely non-existent. Or here's Anthony Elanga. You shouldn't even be at Forest anymore, lad. Oh, and thankfully, that ball goes over the bar. This ain't GAA, lad. You don't get any point for putting it over the bar. If you know, you know. But that should be that. Sami Zayn will take this goal kick. And the ref should blow the whistle. Yes, he does. A 2-1 win. Very, very happy with that. Very pleased with the performance. Despite going down to 10 men, we end up getting a decent result. And it's a victory here at the first ever game at the JJ Arena. I'm hoping I hope Oxford, I should say, goes on a League Cup run. This season is the 40th anniversary of us winning the Cup back in '86. Well, let's just say, right, we've predicted Cup finals in our series before, JJ. You know, as I say, the Scottish Cup final this season, that was predicted on the channel. Who knows? Maybe it might be Oxford versus Chelsea in the League Cup final this year, and we all saw how that went on the channel very recently, so you never know. You never know. Hello, Dominic. How are you? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Right. I think it's a League Cup game up next. Yes, it is, against Salford. There is something I kind of want to do here, though, right? So, the 3 career modes we did this year were in Scotland, England, and France, but technically Canada as well. So I do kind of want to have some youth academy presence here. Now, we don't have a lot of money, so that is something I need to keep in mind, but I do want to set up the youth academy. So we have 1 scout here, 5-star, 5-star. Listen, we are playing in England with this team, so we will send the scout to England. Where am I going? Where the hell am I going? Northern Europe. I thought I was already in that. So we'll send him there for 3 months. We will look for... Okay, we'll base this off some English players that we used in the game. So we'll go a left winger like Anthony Gordon, a cam/right winger like Cole Palmer, and what other English players did we use in this series, or on any series? Do you know what? Let's find the next Harry Maguire. Why not? Give me Oxford versus Manchester United in the Cup. It could happen. It could happen in the second round of the League Cup. United will have to go through the second round this year, having not qualified for Europe. So you never know. It could be United versus Oxford from the get-go. I hope it happens. I really do. I really, really do. Right. We only have about 2 million in the budget, so I do have to keep that in mind. Do I go for this 2-star, 4-star scout? Or do I chance a 1-star, 1-star? Do you know what? I just kind of want to see how it goes. Let's get a 1-star, 1-star scout. Let's get 2 1-star, 1-star scouts. And let's just see what they come up with. Let's see, does it really make a big difference? So for here, we'll go Canada. Let's find some Canadian talent. And let's find the next GSP and the next Kevin Owens. And then for the final scout report, we will go to Scotland. And For here, I won't base it off a player necessarily. Let's just base it off of some decent Scottish players of the past. Duncan Ferguson, Darren Fletcher, and let's go for some full-backs as well. Let's find the next Kieran Tierney, but we'll go left back and right back. I think that'll balance itself out. So we will see how that goes, just because I feel like we need to bulk up the squad a little bit more. But let's advance through to this League Cup game against Salford City. Let's just get rid of some of these notifications and get rid of some of these emails as well. I really hope the menus improve in FC26. I bloody hate the FC25 menus. I was going through some old FIFA games recently, and the menus are so much more user-friendly. I mean, I wasn't exactly a lover of the FC24 menus, but they were bloody better than what we have this year. Let me just do a couple of things here in the background before we get on with this game. Let's update that squad roll. And here we go. We've got Salford City up next. I will rotate the team here. Schmeichel can go in goal. He's already started to go down as well. So I'm even more glad now that we picked Sami Zayn as the starter. Literally, Sami Zayn has gone up by 1 and Schmeichel has gone down by 1. Scales can come in the team too. Christensen can start the midfield. We will put Brannigan in there. We'll also put Kone in there. LaMarshall can go as the cam. Goodrum out on the right. We actually don't have another left winger, so we'll keep Maeda in there. That's fine. And I will start Esteban Lapal again. And we will have to take Phil Brooks off the bench and put Elliot Moore on there. Kind of want to put Hewlman on the bench too, though. Yeah, Martinez is a bit more tired, so we'll put Hewlman on the bench instead. And I will quick sim this game. Will we advance through here in the League Cup? Yes, we do. Brannigan gets a goal. Lapal gets a goal. Lapal actually gets 2 goals. So we are still in the League Cup. Lovely stuff. If we get to the latter stages, then I will obviously play it. But right now, the main focus is the Premier League. But the Premier League and the FA Cup. Because next season, I would like to be playing... I mean, obviously I'd like to be playing in the Champions League, but I'd mainly like to be playing in either the Champions League or the Europa League. Conference League, I wouldn't be overly arsed about. Class of 92 has been shown up by the Ox. There you go. Salford are a team I genuinely have considered doing career modes with as well. But again, I felt like when I wanted to do those career modes, other people were doing Salford career modes too. But they are definitely a team down the line that I have a bit of a concept I'd like to try out with Salford. We've already got some players going on international duty. Parma for England, Mazraoui for Morocco, Brooks for the US, Martinez for Argentina, Christensen and Hewlman with Denmark. Fair play to them. How is GSP not got called up for Canada? It's a bloody disgrace. And Sami Zayn, honestly. Right, we've got this game against Brentford up next. I am going to play the highlights of this game. As I said, lads, I will be flying through a lot of the games in this first season. This isn't exactly a traditional style career mode. This is, you know, this is just for a bit of fun. Not to say the others aren't fun, but you get what I mean. So I will be playing highlights of games. I will be simming games, especially in this first season. I'll kind of want to fly through it as much as I can, get into some European football, and then seasons 2 and 3, we're really going to be going balls to the walls for it. But here we are at the G-Tech Arena. Phil Brooks back from a suspension. The centre-back taking the kick-off for some reason. But let's see how we fare here against a pretty decent Brentford team, I should say. We get the first attack, though. Cole Palmer. Oh, and he's won a penalty, has he? Yes, he has. Are we going to be able to take the penalty, though? I have seen it happen where when you win a penalty in the highlights, they don't normally let you take it. But it looks like they are going to let us take this one. It is going to be Cole Palmer as well. From the penalty spot against Flecken. And he does score. Get in there. It's happened before where I've won a penalty in the highlights and they've just moved on to the next highlight. Didn't let me take the penalty. The frustration when that would happen, honestly. You've no idea, lads. You really have no idea. But we get another attack here. It's going to be Dazen Maeda. Oh, he's clean through here, basically. Oh, have we slightly overplayed that? I think we have a small bit. Adamida has somehow missed it. Oh my god. Adamida putting the ball wide in front of an open goal, basically. We thankfully still have the lead. We have the next attack as well. George St. Pierre. Good save by Flecken, who shouldn't be wearing yellow when he's up against a team also wearing yellow. I've said it before, they need to include alternate goalkeeper kits. If that's still not in the game for FC26, then I really will start to believe that we'll never get them. It's very, very frustrating. And it would have been very frustrating to concede that goal there as well. Crossing opportunity here now for Brentford. Shada will be the one to whip it in. Oh, it's a great tackle by Johnston. I was hoping we might get the counter-attack, but it wasn't to be. We get a crossing opportunity now with Kone. Now Hulman. Cole Palmer. Into GSP. Have a go, lad. Not the worst effort in the world, but not the best either. I thought that was going to be it. We get one more attack. It's Palmer. It looks like we've won this game, but let's try and see if we can win it by a couple of goals. Maeda. Oh, a bit of a heavy touch. Oh, but he still gets the finish. Great goal from the Japanese winger. Honestly, one of the best players we used this year. He really, really was. Came up clutch on so many occasions. And he's done it again. 2-0 here to Oxford on the road. And we have a 100% record here in this series so far. This really is a dream team after all. Oh my god, the game is still not over. Bloody hell. Brentford are going to get one more chance to pull back one goal. They really don't want us to keep a clean sheet here. Phil Brooks with the clean tackle there. And that is game, set and match. 2-0 win here after playing the highlights. You love to see that. And now we can move on into the next game, which is against Manchester United, who we had obviously a very good career mode series with this year, and we also had one of the craziest Champions League ties against in the Montreal series. If you know, you most certainly know. And I think that'll probably be the last game, lads. I know it's a very quick stream tonight, but bloody hell, I honestly cannot stick this heat for much longer. We've got Newcastle as well in the League Cup. Do you know what? I think when I play this United game, I'll actually sim these next 3 games. We'll get into... Yeah, we'll leave it with this game against Arsenal. And then we'll pick up then from where we left off next time. But let's improve GSP's role here. Is he up for another classic game against Manchester United here? Let's wait and see. Right, I'm going to bring in Esteban Lepol for this game as well. He's definitely felt a little bit better than Adamita so far. Martinez will have against his old team. Palmer against his old team in the series this year. And I think everything else will leave the same. So let's get into it. The JJ Arena one last time today against Manchester United. Oh my god. Can't wait to cool off. Really cannot wait to cool off here, lads. Honestly, like my parents and my siblings went on holidays today to Turkey. It felt like I was on holiday with them yesterday when I was saying goodbye to them. That's how bloody hot it was. It's probably hotter here right now than it is in Turkey. That's really saying something. But it's looking like a hot day here in Oxford as well. And let's see if we can get the 3 points. I probably should have had a look at United's team beforehand. I kind of want to just see what their lineup is. Have they made any big signings? Cunha has joined them here, just like he has in real life. Johnny Evans is still playing. Of course, that wouldn't be happening in real life. He has retired. Aidan Heaven and Harry Maguire partner him at centre-back. Vitek in goal. Ahmad, Mainu, Eriksson and Dorgu there. Again, Christian Eriksen shouldn't be there. He's left the club in real life. Bruno and Cunha as the attacking midfielders. Rasmus Højlund on the bench. And Rasmus Højlund on the bench. Rasmus Højlund up front, I should say. The bench itself, no new players there, but Chido Obi, I should say, the youngster, is one of their backup players. So yeah, very interesting United team. And let's see how we fare up against them. Right. Here is Dorgu. Into Cunha. Oh, Rasmus Højlund with the strike. Good save again by Sami Zayn, whose hair has kind of glitched, I've noticed a few times in this series so far. When it came to Brooks, GSP and Sami Zayn, recreating them, I tried to get them as close as I could to what they looked like in the series that they were originally in. So, yeah. If they look a little bit different, that's why. I couldn't probably get them as spot on as they were in those series, but still. Oh, here's Esteban Laupal. First attack for him today. Oh my goodness me. Well, I think he was, what, 85 rated at the end of the Montreal series? So it's kind of weird playing with him again as a lower rating. But he'll get there. I have full faith he will get back to where he once was. Believe you me. But here's Cunha, a man who I'm very excited to see in a Manchester United shirt this season. Let's just hope he's not the only new player that we see playing for the Red Devils. Here's Christian Eriksen. Rasmus Højlund. Eriksen again. Another save by Sami Zayn. United get the corner here with Ahmad. Eriksen. Johnny Evans. If Johnny Evans is the one who bloody scores when he shouldn't even be bloody playing anymore, you're retired, lad. And unless he pulls a Paul Scholes, I can't really see Johnny Evans being a part of the team next season. Oh, GSP looking to play in Laupal there. But United recovered well. Here's Rasmus Højlund, who was fantastic in our United series. It's Cunha. It's a great tackle though by Lisandro Martinez up against his old team. We look to go on the break here. Here's Laupal. Oh my god, Mainu with a good interception. They've done really well, United, so far. It's probably been the toughest game we've played so far. Rasmus Højlund. That's what he can do. That is what Rasmus Højlund can do. We saw it time and time again in our series, and he's done it here now in this one. And I was very close to putting him in the team. I really, really was. It was between him and Adam Ida to be the striker alongside Esteban Laupal in the squad. I decided to go with Ida to make it a bit more of a challenge, but Rasmus is making me regret that decision very much right now. 1-0 to United. And it's Rasmus with the goal. And Phil Brooks picks up another bloody card. Just can't bloody help himself at the moment, our captain. He did get sent off a couple of times in the Celtic series. And he's doing the exact same thing here in this one. Palmer, though. Yes! Do you know what? Let's show some respect. He played for United this year on the channel. He's not going to celebrate. It's 1-1 here inside 25 minutes. Brilliant, brilliant ball from Esteban Laupal. And Cole Palmer was there to finish it. Vitek was never going to get there. United playing a 69 rated keeper. Honestly, just when you think the standards can't get any lower. I mean, to be fair, anything would feel better than Andre Onana at the moment, who apparently has picked up an injury. So we're going to have to wait and see what his status is going to be. Not that I ever wish injury on a player, but if that's not an indication that United should probably go in and see if we can get another keeper, then I don't know what will. I mean, his performances last season should have indicated that, but this is Manchester United we're talking about. We're not exactly known for making the wisest decisions in the market a lot of the time. Palmer! Oh, first time. Unlucky. Two creative players who are playing centre-back have been red-carded a lot in this game. Football is a shoot sport after all. Oh, this ain't no work, brother. They've worked themselves into a shoot, is what they've done. If you know, you know. Of course, Saturday night's main event is on tonight. It's Rasmus Højlund again. Oh, bloody hell, Rasmus Højlund. He's worked me, brother. 2 goals here in the first half for the young Danish striker. Ruben Amorim looking very happy there on the touchline. It would be typical if United were the team to beat us here. It really would. Sami Zayn got nowhere near that. I'm not watching that goal back. Well, we already have one classic game against United. Are we going to have another one here? That Champions League quarter-final. The emotions that game got out of me. Honestly, it was crazy. GSP with the goal here. And another good save by the keeper. Maybe I underestimated him, Vitek. From what I've heard in real life, quite decent. I know he has played a couple of friendlies for us in the past. Oh no, Rasmus. He's in for a hat-trick here. Rasmus Højlund has gotten a hat-trick. Oh my god, United are absolutely tearing me apart here. 3-1 inside 40 minutes. Rasmus is going to be bringing the match ball home. Well, right now it's not going to be a classic game. It looks like it's going to be a battering. United bring the best and worst emotions at the same time. Literally. Literally. I mean, he's made absolute shit of Phil Brooks there. He's looking very low of confidence. And we're 3-1 down here. This could be a bit of a wake-up call for us, though. We had a very good start to the season, but it can all very quickly change. It really can. Oh, great ball. That's a great ball. Palmer, take your time. How the bloody hell have you missed that? How the bloody hell have you missed that? Hoyland scoring a hat-trick, unrealistic. Yeah. Hyper-realism has never really been a thing on this channel, as you might have noticed. I'm happy, but half celebrating United's goals. Do you know what? I should have learned my lesson. I don't know if you remember it, but in the first leg against United in the Montreal series, I didn't celebrate the first goal I scored against them, and then all hell bloody broke loose afterwards. I've done the same thing here. I don't know why I did that. I should have known. Go on, GSP! Get in there. Okay, we pull one back. Right at the end of the half. 3-2. We're still in this game. As you can see there, Joe Turrell telling everybody to calm down. Good work there by Laporte, who I tell you what is creating a lot more assist-wise than he is goal-scoring-wise in this series so far. And I ain't complaining about it. We know that is in his locker. And he's set up one there for his former captain. And it's 3-2 here at half-time. 5 goals in this first half. We just need 2, though, in the second half to take the lead. I would happily just have it be 2 quick-fire goals in the second half and then a boring rest of the half after that. But anyways. Right. Is there any changes I want to make, though? Laporte I'm going to keep on for now. But Adamida, he will be warming up, believe you me. Brooks, I'm tempted to take off just because of the fear of him getting a red card, but I think I'll leave it for now. Yeah, look, we'll leave it for now. I won't rush into any decisions. Let's just hope he doesn't act the bollocks here and get sent off for the second time. And let's see if we can get a quick equaliser here in the second half. Here's Laporte over the top. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Squares it. Maeda, get in there. 3-3, I should say. Dazen Maeda, another player who played for United this year in the channel, but mainly known for his time with Celtic, gets the equaliser. Laporte with a brilliant ball over the top. Palmer squaring it. I thought for a second I slightly overplayed it, but it's 3-3, and it looks like another classic game here against the Red Devils. Let's try and keep this man quiet, though. Rasmus. Oh my god, why is he so good in this game? I thought that went in. Bloody hell. It actually went through the back of the net after hitting the advertising board. He very nearly got his and United's 4th, but thankfully just went wide. Here's Hernandez. Maeda. GSP. Oh, Laporte. Esteban Laporte. Oh, I thought he was going to give a penalty there for a sec. It looked like he was taken out, but the keeper did win the ball, to be fair. Have United sold Onana, I wonder? Or was he on the bench? I can't even... No, it was Binder that was on the bench, wasn't it? At least I think it was. Brooks. Over to Martinez. Now Kokchu. Going on the run here. Oh, what a tackle. Was that Eriksson? What a tackle that was by Christian Eriksen. That was absolutely fantastic, to give credit where it's due. Oh, good interception though by Johnston. Cole Palmer into Laporte. Oh, brilliant by Palmer. Beautiful football. What a save by the keeper. That would have been an excellent goal. He's there again, but it's blocked again. And it's 3-3 still, with 25 minutes to go. This is where I get nervous with Brooks. I really want to make the tackle, but if I mistime it, then he's off again. Højlund now. Bruno into Eriksson. Good tackle. Oh, Palmer's bloody running away from it though for some reason. Dorgu into Cunha. Another good tackle though by Lisandro Martinez. Right, 20 minutes left. Come on, let's make this final push. Here's Lepal. Beautiful. Excellent from Esteban Lepal. And GSP somehow hasn't scored. Oh my goodness me. How has he not put that in the back of the net? Oh, it goes out for a throw in. Right, I am going to make some changes. Brooks, I'm just getting too nervous he's going to get sent off. Do you know what? I'm going to do something a bit different here. I'm going to put GSP into the midfield. Palmer can go as the cam. I'm going to bring on Tyler Goodrum. Why not? And I'm going to bring on Christensen as well. Let's get some fresh legs on there, see if it makes a difference. If this is the type of game IRL between my two teams, think I'll need an oxygen mask. I tell you what, it's been end-to-end stuff as Casemiro comes on for them to play centre-back. And he's not exactly the quickest player in this game, Casemiro. So, oh no. I was going to say hopefully we can exploit that. But Rasmus has exploited us here. Oh, and he's got his 4th goal of the game. And after all that pressure, it means nothing in the end. And United take the lead. Bloody hell, Rasmus is living dangerously at the moment. Celebrating in front of the Oxford fans. Alright, calm down, lad. Bloody hell. Getting a bit excited there. But it's 4-3. Just don't know how to do a boring game against Manchester United. And I promise I'm not taking it easy on them. I promise you I'm not. I know it can happen sometimes when you come up against the team you support in real life in the game, but I really am not. Oh my god, he's hit the bar and he's hit the post. Oh my goodness me, Tyler Goodrum. I thought he got in the equaliser, but he's hit the woodwork twice with one shot. Oh, and Lenny Yoro. Please don't be a red. We brought him on so that Phil Brooks wouldn't get sent off. And thankfully it is only a yellow card for the real-life United player. But Bruno Fernandes, honestly... Oh, I'm putting Martinez on the line, the smallest bloody player on the pitch. This is 5-3 right here. No, it's not. He's hit the woodwork himself. Is Eriksson. Thankfully, it's gone wide. Oh, that's EA's written all over it, JJ. Exactly. They've brought on De Ligt for Johnny Evans. 4 minutes left. Can we get a 4th goal here? Cole Palmer gets intercepted. Here's Ahmad. Rasmus. Cunha. God, they're the ones pushing for one more goal, despite the fact they have the lead. Yoro missed the tackle. Rasmus puts that wide. Right, come on, let's just push this ball up. Sami Zayn will take the goal kick. We need to win this header. Lepal, you need to win this header, lad. He does, but he gives it right to Dorgu. And that should be that. Manchester United do give us our first defeat of the season and another classic game against them. Rasmus Højlund bringing his form from our series into this game. 7 attempts, 4 goals. Well, look, if we were going to lose to anybody, I'm glad it was United. That's all I'll say. But that is the last game we're going to play today, lads. I will sim through the next few games, though. And then we'll start the next stream against Arsenal. It's Newcastle United in the League Cup up next. Let's increase Palmer's stats here. Give him that new role. We did start this episode with a win against Newcastle. Are we going to get a victory here against them now in the League Cup? I won't make many changes, but I will make a couple. I'll start Goodrum, because why not? We'll put him on the left. Christensen and Scales can come in. Yoro can start too. Kone, I'll put in there. And I think I'll leave everything else the same. Let's see. Are we still in the League Cup? Yes, we are. Ida and Hulman with the goals, cancelling out Isak's opener. Lovely stuff. So we get another victory against a team from the northeast. And now we take on bottom of the table Sunderland, also from the northeast of England. Can we get another 3 points here in this simmed game? Let's just go with the strongest team. Probably should have started Lepal, to be fair. He did end up coming on. It's a 3-2 win. Palmer with the hat-trick this time. Rigg scoring twice for Sunderland. So we still only have one loss, which I'm very, very happy with. Keeping an eye out as well for the updated Youth Academy scout reports. Got a new email here from the assistant manager. Oh, that's fine. Let's get rid of those. And now we come up against 18th place Bournemouth, and we do get the Youth Academy reports. Let's have a quick look at them before we sim this last game. So let's see the 5-star scout first. Okay, bloody hell, he's given us a terrible player to kick things off at Leo Woolley. No thank you. Jesse Phillips looks pretty decent. Luke Young, you know what? Doesn't look amazing, but I'm going to call him up and sell him so we can get some money for him. Sam Kent looks pretty decent. And Caleb Hooper looks pretty decent as well. So not a bad first scout report there from England. Okay, a one-star scout from Canada has found one player, and he's terrible. Marcus Jones, yeah. Maybe time to find a new career for you, lad. And in Scotland, we've actually found one decent player here. Oliver McLeod, however you say it. We'll sign him up. And Logan Duff, yeah, no thank you. Well, that was interesting. I've never really picked those low rated scouts before, so I thought it was interesting to see what they might be able to offer. But we have this final game here now against Bournemouth. We will give this a quick sim. I am going to put Lepal in the team, although him and Ida both have gone up in their rating. I'll leave everything else the way it is. Can we finish things off with a victory here? Yes, we can. A 3-1 win as well. Lepal with 2, Parma with 1. And we do end up winning the final game of the episode. Right, lads, that will do it for this live stream. I don't know how I've gotten through it. It is absolutely baking in this room right here. But I really do appreciate everybody tuning in. I won't be live again until around this time next week. Whether that'll be Thursday, Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure yet, but it will be one of those days. So do keep an eye out on the channel. I'm going to try and do this at least twice a week, and I'll always try and save it for around the end of the week. I think that's going to be the best way of doing it. One of the more shorter streams tonight, but I still enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. If you did enjoy it, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. We're still getting closer and closer to 600 subscribers. Would love to hit that before FC26 comes out. And I will talk to you all in the next stream next week. Take care.